The lawyer's voice cracked over the silence. $5 million each, to David and Claire. Applause erupted in their throats, smug grins stretched wide, crocodile tears vanishing instantly. Then came my name, and to Michael, a key, with no listed property attached. David laughed so hard he slapped the oak table. The worthless grandchild gets worthless junk. He grabbed one of my childhood photos from the box of keepsakes and tossed it into the fireplace. Flames swallowed my smile. I didn't move, didn't flinch, didn't blink, because the key was already burning a hole in my palm, and I knew exactly what it opened. Grandma wasn't a woman of noise. She spoke in riddles, hid her affection in puzzles, her lessons in silence. Everyone thought she favored David and Claire, her golden grandchildren. They got the vacations, the spotlight, the inheritance. Me? I got her errands, carrying boxes, fixing the hinges in her attic, cataloging her journals. Nobody noticed, but those chores were her way of teaching me the map. The last time I saw her alive, she pressed that key into my hand. "Not everything of value shines," she whispered. I thought it was just another of her cryptic lines. I didn't understand until the will was read and I saw David's smirk. I left the funeral without a word, no scene, no confrontation, just quiet. That night, I drove to the north end of town, to Grandma's forgotten storage facility. The key slid into Unit 317 like it had been waiting decades for me. The lock clicked. The door rolled open, and the world shifted. Inside were rows of file cabinets, ledgers, and deeds. Land titles, stock certificates, safety deposit box records. Not junk, not scraps. The true empire she had built in silence. David and Claire got cash. I got the machine that made it. I didn't rush. Impulses are for fools. First, I hired a lawyer, one who specialized in loopholes. The will had a clause. By accepting their inheritance, my siblings had forfeited all rights to other assets not explicitly listed. They'd signed away the kingdom for the gold coins at its gate. Next, I took inventory. The storage files traced decades of hidden acquisitions. A downtown block of buildings held under shell corporations. Oil shares she never declared to family. A collection of rare art appraised higher than the checks my siblings clutched. I registered everything under a trust, my trust, quietly, legally airtight. Weeks passed. David and Claire spent like addicts. New cars, designer clothes, vacations plastered across Instagram. $5 million drains faster than most imagine when you've got arrogance and no brakes. They laughed at me during our one obligatory lunch. "Still holding that rusty key, Mike?" David sneered, sipping champagne. I just smiled. "Keys open doors. Some you don't even see yet." He rolled his eyes. He didn't know he'd just toasted to his own irrelevance. The climax came at Thanksgiving. The family gathered in the mansion, Grandma's mansion, that my siblings believed was theirs by association. They sat at the table bragging about returns from bad investments. Claire boasted about a boutique she was opening, financed entirely by her inheritance. David mocked me, again in front of uncles and cousins. Mike's probably renting a shoebox somewhere. Maybe he can hang that rusty key on the wall, his only decoration. Laughter circled the table. I waited. I let them gorge on turkey, wine, and ego. Then, when silence fell for grace, I slid an envelope onto the table. Deeds, titles, trust agreements. Every building, every share, every painting. "Funny thing," I said, my voice calm, almost gentle. "That rusty key opened the archive to everything Grandma didn't want in the wrong hands. You took the money. You signed away the rest." Claire's fork clattered to the plate. David's smirk cracked. What are you saying?" he stammered. I'm saying, I leaned back, savoring the moment, you sold your birthright for a stack of bills you've already wasted. Meanwhile, I own the ground beneath your new boutique, the company that employs your friends, even the land this mansion sits on. Their faces drained white. The room went dead. Only the clock ticked. I let them sit in the weight of their own stupidity. Revenge isn't loud. It's not fire or shouting. It's silence. It's watching their laughter rot into fear when they realize the game ended before they even knew they were playing. I didn't raise my voice. I didn't need to. Their downfall was self-inflicted. I just turned the key.